May 30th, 2022. In a dining room with an island separating the kitchen from the dining room, a fellow by the name of Miller was packing up boxes to move. I knew I was moving too. I could see outside a screen door. My two dogs played happily. They were happy to be going too. I asked Mr. Miller if he thought of renovating or if he would renovate. He picked up a box and said no. To me that meant he didn't want to renovate. He continued packing. He was done with that place. I knew that there were two other sliding patio doors on the other side of a dividing wall. I said it was too bad that I didn't get to use the second set of patio doors. It came to me that I had used them, so I let them go and looked through the first set again. I then looked back at Mr. Miller to see him packing a box, and I think moving to the door. We were going. We were done. Seemed to me that there was some urgency and resolve in it. Here is what the word miller means. A miller is a person who operates a mill, a machine to grind a grain, for example, corn or wheat, to make flour. The materials ground by millers are often foodstuffs and particularly grain. The physical grinding of the food allows for the easier digestion of its nutrients and saves wear on the teeth. Non-food substances needed in a fine powdered form, such as building materials, may be processed by a miller. The most basic tool for a miller was the quernstone, simply a large fixed stone as a base and another movable stone operated by hand similar to a mortar and a pestle. As an important part of his job, the miller repeatedly takes into his hand samples of the ground meal coming out of the spout in order to feel the quality and character of the product. The miller rubs the grain between his thumb and forefinger. After years of doing this, the miller's thumb can changes shape and becomes broad and flattened. This is known as a miller's thumb. Sayings such as "worth a miller's thumb" and "an honest miller hath a golden thumb" refers to the profit the miller makes as a result of this skill. The shape of a miller's thumb is said to have the appearance of the head of a fish. The European bullhead, a freshwater fish, is commonly called a miller's thumb for this reason. Here's the thing. I do have a neighbor by the last name of Miller. His house is up for sale. When he will sell his house and move, I don't know. No one knows a day or time of that. Maybe packing boxes means to be ready. The other thing, Mr. Miller across from me in over one is also a carpenter. June 8, 2022, update. Around 9:30 a.m. I went for a walk at the local park. Was looking to walk a bit and pray. I saw a man taking pictures of the park shelter. I continued walking and started around one circle where I saw a lady using walking sticks and walking. Decided to go another direction, which put me walking towards the shelter. Turns out the man taking pictures was Mr. Miller. Got to talking to him. Turns out he was hired by a local golf course to build, get this, a shelter. This shelter was to be between the 9th and 10th golf holes. It was to be for banquets and feeding people. I believe they had looked at other possible designs. He said something about maybe this design working. Walking back to my car after talking to him, it came into my spirit, let that be a confirmation for you. I prayed about the meaning of the golf course and if it has any significance. What immediately came to me was, He maketh me lie down in green pastures. Don't we have an amazing God? Here's what the shelter looks like. My husband told me on June 10th, 2022, that it was built like a house.